we're back live on Main Street, Bartow. We're talking about all the great shops, the brick and mortars down here, and I didn't want to not talk about my personal favorite restaurant on Main Street, which is Bedrock Wings of Bartow. They are open for business. They're doing takeout orders. They have great sandwiches along with some of the best wings I've ever had. I was going to interview Thomas and Janelle, the owners, and they had to go to Tampa pretty quick, and I couldn't catch up with them or be back in time to speak with them. But as you can see, there are people coming in and out with food and beverage and stuff. They are a fantastic asset to downtown Bartow. Like I said, Bedrock Wings, you can go in there and even see stuff from the Flintstones because they kind of play along with that. But they have their hours right now. Their hours right now are Monday 10:30 to 4, Tuesday 10:30 to 4, Wednesday through Saturday. They're open till 8 p.m. And they take orders online at bedrockwings.com. You can call them, place an order, or you can come in and order it and wait on the food. Just like all the other restaurants around through this zombie apocalypse. Why are you a balloon, Randy? Ah! I look at you and there's like, why are you bobbing your head back and forth like you're some sort of a something or another? I have no idea. But anyway, great food. We're going to come back another time and interview Thomas and Janelle. They are huge supporters of Sci-Fi Bartow and a lot of other events because they are right in dead center of Sci-Fi Bartow Central. They're right across from the main stage. We're going to let this noisy truck go by real quick.
Listen to that, yeah. Does that sound like that? God.
People always rev their motors and stuff, so when they come by because they see us filming stuff. But anyway, Bedrock Wings of Bartow, open for business. Come down, get takeout. Tell them Sci-Fi Sean and just Randee. Yeah. Why can't I not see? Get this balloon out. This balloon is in my way. I don't want to mess up their prop to draw attention.
Yeah.
But check them out. Awesome. Right across from the historic museum, Polk County History Museum. What else? What else we got to say?
Something sci-fi related to Bedrock. I know you said Flintstones, but
no, the Flintstones are good.
They are?
My biggest problem with the Flintstones has always been Dino, the dinosaur, the pet dinosaur.
Yeah.
He's a velociraptor.
That's not a Barney? That's not Barney?
No, Barney's Fred and Barney. Barney's a little short blonde guy.
Oh, I thought Barney sang around "I love you and you love me."
No, but Dino was purple, but he was a velociraptor. If he'd been an actual real velociraptor, he would have eaten the dinosaur.
The Barney, yeah, the purple Barney.
No, I'm talking about the Flintstones. Randy! I'm talking about the Flintstones.
Oh.
Bedrocks. Get on the same picture.
Flintstones?
Yes, Fred and Barney.
Yeah, I ain't never heard
da-da, da-da-da. Meet the Flintstones.
I thought you were talking
Flintstones.
about Barney.
No.
You said Barney, right?
Fred and Barney. Barney was his best friend that lived next door. His wife's name was Betty. They had the Flintstones had a pet dinosaur named Dino.
Fred had a big toe, right?
Yes.
Okay, I know.
Yeah, had a big toe. And I'm going to stick my big toe somewhere if you don't get it straight. So do you remember the theme song? You want to sing the theme song to the Flintstones with me? Since we're at Bedrock's Cafe?
I love you. You love me. We're a happy family.
Excuse me.
That's not it? Ah!
Jeez. All right, we'll talk to you next time on This is Talking Sci-Fi with Sci-Fi Sean and
Just Randee.
All right, we'll see you next time. This is Talking Sci-Fi with Sci-Fi Sean and
Just Randee.
And we're back in the Main Street area of downtown Bartow, kind of like in the heart of where Sci-Fi Bartow is taking place every year, which hopefully when 2021, February the 20th, which is our date, rolls around, we'll be able to have an outside convention again with all this crazy zombie apocalypse crap. So we want to talk, fill in a little bit. We're going to do like a little short talk about a great show because Randy had asked me, what have Lori and I been watching at home through all this? Because he's been binge watching Star Trek because we're going to do a really awesome podcast on the Star Trek movies, the JJ versus the Next Generation movies. It's going to be great. And I told him we're binge watching. Boy, that was a cool bus, wasn't it?
It was, wow.
Had a big dragon on the side of it. We've been watching Stargate Atlantis, which is the sequel to Stargate SG-1. Randy has never seen Stargate.
Right. Either one.
Yeah. The first one.
Movies or series?
No, it started out as a movie with Kurt Russell.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little China.
Right, I'm in it.
Well, he plays a character named Jack O'Neill, and he's over a military organization called Stargate SG-1.
Okay.
So SG-1 is Stargate 1, Team 1.
Oh, okay.
So basically, just a quick to get you in line with it, and I'll let you borrow them because I'll get them on the DVD.
Oh,
now that you found your
I have
DVD
a DVD player. Yeah.
They find this big giant ring in the middle of the desert.
Okay.
And they don't know what it is, and they are trying to figure it out. So they get with this gentleman named Dr. Daniel Jackson. He had written a book about the pyramids that were not pyramids, that they were landing pads for spaceships.
Oh, okay.
So it turns out he's right. So they finally Stargate, and it's like a dimensional bridge between planets. So they dial up these little numbers that are actually constellations in the sky, and it opens up this window, and they walk through it, and they go to another planet.
Oh, okay.
And they have all kinds of adventures. Randy likes action-packed stuff, and both Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis are action-packed. If you've never watched them, I honestly tell you, I know just like with every series, there's a few stinker episodes. Very rarely do you find a stinker episode. Until you get into something called Stargate Universe. Don't even waste your time.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
It's the one after Atlantis.
Wait a minute, these are different series?
Yes. Stargate SG-1 was almost 10 seasons.
Okay.
With a movie.
All right.
I'm sorry, 3 movies. They did 2 movies after the series to close off some storylines.
I'm really behind on
No,
this.
no, it's great. I can't believe you haven't watched it. I know a lot of our fans probably have seen it, but we were rewatching it. So, Stargate SG-1, they go through this whole spiel, and they have a bad guy they're fighting called the Goa'uld. And they're basically a little snake about this long, and they get in your spine and wrap themselves around people's spine and they control them. They're parasites.
Oh, okay.
So if you get one, and you're a parasite, and you're like this super being.
Okay.
And they're I don't want to get into any of the storylines, but it's really entailed, and you will love it. So they do everything from time travel to other dimensions, and a lot of fighting. Not a lot of huggy, kissy stuff.
Oh, okay.
Then that went to the end of its season. Then they did a spin-off called Stargate Atlantis, where they find one of these Stargates in another galaxy outside of the Milky Way galaxy.
Oh, okay.
So their adventures take place there, and they run into another supervillain called the Wraith, and they're like vampires, which you would like.
Whoa, really?
They have this little thing that comes out of their hand, and they'll put it on your chest
and
suck your life out of you. So they're the big heavy bad guy, and they run into a lot of other bad guys, but it's a great series. A lot of Star Trek people show up in these episodes.
Oh, okay. I got to check it out.
The guy that played MacGyver, name's losing me. What was that?
Richard Dean Anderson.
Richard Dean Anderson.
I knew that.
We've met him, actually.
Thanks,
He's really
Lord.
awesome. He is the main guy in Stargate SG-1. Then they have a lot of other people. The Ben Browder that was on Farscape. Have you ever watched Farscape?
No.
The series?
No, I've never heard of it.
We're going to start that
Jesus.
next. Farscape is... I am not a Muppet or puppet kind of guy.
You don't like Fraggle Rock?
No. It's like Fraggle Rock, but they're aliens. But there's live action people in it. And there's people scattered from that show into Stargate world.
I got you. Okay.
But Stargate Atlantis is what we're watching now, and it has Robert Picardo, which is the doctor from Voyager, the holographic doctor. You haven't watched Voyager yet. So,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And there's a lot of other really great characters. There's a lot of no-name actors and actresses, but you get to know them like you could meet them on the street. But it's a great show. They run into all kinds of different scenarios. They make Star Trek, Star Wars, and of course MacGyver references, because MacGyver is what Richard Dean Anderson played.
Right.
That guy was playing some Hispanical music.
Yeah.
Hispanical?
This whole time we've been down here 3 hours interviewing and talking to one another, and I just realized you have cats on your shirt.
Yes, there's cats on my shirt.
How do I not know that?
I always wear a crazy shirt.
Golly.
And I'm the only one that is doing the correct thing by wearing a mask.
Altoids kills everything.
Why do you eat those Altoids constantly?
Keep the coronavirus from getting in.
Does Altoids stop coronavirus?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it coronavirus?
No, it's Coors virus.
I thought it was Bud Light virus.
No, it's coronavirus.
I don't always get viruses, but when I do, it's the SYFY virus.
Oh God.
Stay healthy, my friends. Stay healthy. Anyway, Stargate, please. I will loan it to you. You've got to watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to watch it on the DVD player,
Yeah.
you know. Randee always makes fun of my wife and I because we don't have technology. We don't have internet. We don't have cable. So we do the DVDs. And God, if they ever quit making those things, I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's on the way.
So what have you been watching?
I have been watching Star Trek.
Which Star Trek?
I started with the J.J. Abrams because
Yeah.
they're my favorite.
Yeah.
And now I have borrowed DVDs from you of the Generation era, which is 4 movies from
Yep.
the 90s.
Yes.
When I was coming right out of high school, had no desire to watch them.
Right.
And seeing them for the first time, I'm starting to really like and understand why you like them so much. I'm watching them on the DVD.
Aren't you watching original Star Trek, though, as well?
I started out, but like I said, when I lose interest, I kind of put gaps in between me watching them.
Gotcha.
And they come across a little slow to me.
Right. Because you're a dumbass.
Yeah,
a dummy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sometimes cuss words slip out of my mouth, but Randy's going to hopefully bleep them out.
Not the ones you say.
So, which JJ movie have you watched most recently?
Oh, I've watched all 3 of them back to back, yeah.
That's something I got to tell Lori. We got to start this weekend. We got to watch the JJ movies because we're going to do a side-by-side comparison to the JJ movies of Star Trek and real Star Trek.
Right, and one of the things, I know we're not talking about that now, but one of the things you always reference that you didn't like about it is they didn't have motorcycles in Star Trek. Dude, I love the motorcycle aspect of the J.J. Abrams.
Yep. There's a motorcycle in almost every one of the movie except Into Darkness. I don't think he did a motorcycle thing there, but I get it, and we'll get into that more often. So, any movies or anything you've been watching at home, or just sticking with Star Trek?
The Vatican tapes. Have you seen that?
No.
Do you watch horror?
No. You know I don't watch horror movies
at all. You don't watch anything.
I like horrors. I don't like horror movies.
Horror movies, yeah,
right,
me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I get accused of that too.
I'm
watching horror movies. You mean porn? No, horror.
What is it? What is that show about or movie about?
It is about Vatican tapes where this woman is possessed by Satan, and her husband and her boyfriend and her dad come together and bring in the Vatican to help perform exorcists.
Is that the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah, that's it.
With Tom Hanks?
Was in it. Yeah, absolutely.
Is that the same thing?
Yep.
So is Tom Hanks the devil?
Yeah.
I mean, in the movie. We know in real life he is.
No.
Wilson! Never seen it.
Have you? You have not seen it?
I've never seen, what is it called, Lori?
Castaway. I recommend you do not.
Really?
I like talking. I can't sit there and watch a guy chop up wood with ice skates and talk to a Wilson ball one.
I thought he knocked his tooth out with the ice skate.
Well, he might have done that too, but that's how he found stuff to cut up to make the boat to leave.
So when does he get big in the movie?
What do you mean?
Doesn't he he's a kid in the movie and he grows up real fast because some sort of a video game or something?
No.
Tom Hanks?
No. He was a airplane carrier for FedEx. What are you talking about?
He was a little kid and he makes a wish and he grows
18 again or something? Oh, the man with one red shoe.
It could have been.
No, it wasn't that.
There was no shoe in that. What is it called?
It's called Big.
Big. They're playing on the piano in the toy store
or whatever. Yeah.
Damn it! I got to get my Tom Hanks movie straight. So, did he have the chocolates on the island? The box of chocolates?
You know, I don't remember. I really lost interest
and he ran. There was a guy there was a Tom. That ain't the same movie?
When he took the boat and sailed out into the ocean, Lieutenant Dan was waving from the cruise ship. Wow. No, that wasn't the same movie. You talking about Forrest Gump,
I'm not a Tom Hanks fan. His nickname was Woody in the movie, right?
Yes, you're right, and White Men Can't Jump.
Woody. Yep. No, he was like a cowboy or had a cowboy hat or something.
And wore the Calvin Klein underwear?
He had passed away. Woody. He was a cowboy.
You're right. Yes.
All right. I want to make sure I'm on the same page with these Tom Hanks movies.
Yes.
I don't know. You're usually the dumb one of this one. I'm pulling the dumb card on this one, you know.
I can't believe you don't like Tom Hanks.
So maybe I have seen this Castaway movie.
Yeah, maybe you have.
He starts out sitting on a bench. He's in a white leisure suit.
Yep.
And he has a high and tight haircut like in the military.
Absolutely.
And people come up and talk to him, and he's telling them the story about how he was on this airplane and it crashed, and he was on a desert island, and all he found was like this basketball, and he painted a face on the basketball. and he couldn't run, and he had to put these leg braces on, but he broke out of the leg braces because he ran through the forest.
Right, yes.
Right?
Yep.
Really fast, okay?
Yep.
And then he comes back around, and he finds this dead skeleton of a guy in a cowboy outfit.
Wearing Calvin Klein
and he has
underwear.
like a badge on it,
Yep.
and he puts all that on because that's the only clothes he had.
Right.
And ironically, his middle name was Woody.
You've seen it, dude. It's called
Is
Saving
it-
Private Ryan.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, that's right. The military guys come
Yeah.
in, and he was filming the thing or something. I have seen Castaway.
You have.
Okay. All right. What else were we talking about? Sci-fi. That was. Tom Hanks has never done a science fiction movie.
Are you sure?
Yes, he's a traitor. He's never done a science fiction movie. Lori, have you ever heard of one? Apollo? That wasn't science fiction.
That was real life, Lori.
That was
How
real
could you
life.
call that science fiction?
Because that's when he got home from that island and they went and become an astronaut.
God,
And they wouldn't let him wear the cowboy hat and the space helmet.
Yes.
Jeez, that must have been a long-ass movie.
He's
wasn't
never
it?
been in science fiction.
Lori. Yes, it's Apollo 13, dude.
He really was casted away on that island.
Okay, with the basketball.
Oh, man, we ready to wrap it up? I'm getting hungry.
Are you getting hungry? All right, well, we appreciate you sticking with us through this rant about the only Tom Hanks movie. I've evidently only seen one, and it involves a lot of different scenarios. Stargate Atlantis, the Da Vinci Code
Yep, there you go.
with Tom Hanks that turns into the devil.
Yep.
And what else did we talk about? We talked about J.J. Abrams' crappy Star Trek and
We didn't call it
original.
crappy.
Yes, we did, because it is. But stay tuned. We got a lot more coming. Be safe out there, my friends. It's still dangerous. Social distance. Wash your hands. Please wash your hands. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to finish with?
Catch us on YouTube, Talking Sci-Fi, and Facebook.
And don't forget to subscribe.
That's
Ring
right.
that bell because
Yeah.
we need it. We'll be back with full-blown episodes quicker than you know it. So until next time, this is Sci-Fi Sean, and
Just Randee.
we'll see you next time on This is Talking Sci-Fi. Peace
Bye.
out, baby.